I think at the end of that statement, you've kind of heard how we get from to where we are right now. A president campaigns in 2008 that in the first year he's going to have immigration issue solved in Congress. At this point, after 3.5 years, we have not seen any bill whatsoever. So then, as is a pattern in this administration, you got to blame somebody else. So it comes up with this statement: if Congress won't, I will. And so he starts to look for what he can do. A year ago, when it come to the DREAM Act, he said he didn't have the authority to do it. All of a sudden, a year later, he gets the authority to do it because he feels the heat. But from the last two people, you've heard from where the rubber meets the road. And it also brings up the issue, the extent to which we're going to be a society based upon the rule of law. These public servants are describing very well some of the significant consequences of President Obama's decision to halt deportation and allow work permits to people who have come to this country illegally. The President's decision is not only an affront to the process of representative government, because it circumvented Congress, or that's where the rule of law comes into effect, or the constitutional checks and balances. The President's decision is also a practical mess, with Border Patrol agents and law enforcement officials bearing the brunt of the potentially very negative and unfair consequences in their work to secure the American border and defend the rule of law. In other words, they've got a job to do, but they can't do it very well when everything's changing so quickly. So here's the situation. The Obama directive is without legal authority, and it jeopardizes the work of those who enforce the law while it condones breaking the law. Maybe not by immigrants in question, but certainly by parents. The resulting chaos emphasizes why the President's abuse of executive authority was so wrong. Law must be addressed through Congress, through the regular order, so that the democratic process is honored and so that the ramifications of policy decisions can be measured and addressed. With this situation, we have a day-to-day roller coaster for these folks here. As you heard, much confusion, and as you can infer from their statements, unhappy agents just trying to do their job, and obviously not getting the support from headquarters and from the chief executive of this country problems.